A little bit excited sometimes, and then they laugh. It's kind of a weird noise. And you'll probably see here in a second when I try to give them a piece of chicken. The only thing that ever gets these guys excited is food, and lucky for you guys, I brought some. But let's see, how many of you guys have seen the Lion King? Anyone seen the new one yet? Well, spoiler alert. Just kidding. No, I won't do that. Just kidding. Well, basically, unfortunately, you guys have all been lied to. Pretty sad, right? Just kidding. What? I'm getting all tongue twisted. That movie is one of my favorites, don't get me wrong, but they did a terrible job at portraying how hyenas are in the wild. Now, these guys aren't really the helpless scavengers that they're made out to be in that movie. These guys actually have a higher success kill rate than lions do, meaning they are better hunters than lions in the wild. There's a few reasons for that, one of them being they have one of the strongest jaws of almost any mammal on Earth. Now, there are a few that can bite a little bit harder, but these guys can bite over 1,100 pounds per square inch. And if you can imagine, that's kind of like having a car dropped on your hand with a bunch of teeth on it. And to put that into perspective for you, our white lions back there, that outweigh them by several hundred pounds, can only bite down at about 500 psi. So these guys are a very impressive animal, if you ask me. Another reason why these guys do make better hunters than lions is they actually travel in packs of up to 80 animals. So there is obviously power in numbers as well, and these guys are very intelligent and they do work together in bringing down their prey. So let's see, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an anatomy lesson. Now don't worry, I'll keep it kid friendly, it's mostly kid friendly, but interestingly, you actually cannot tell the difference between a male and female hyena by outward appearances. And again, keep it kid friendly. These guys basically have the same parts. Now, if any of you above 18 want to go home and Google that later, it's totally up to you. It is very interesting, and you probably won't regret it. Just turn on Safe Search. They bring up animated pictures. Don't worry. So let's see. So in the hyena world, these guys do actually have a very strict matriarchy. And that means basically that the girls rule and the boys drool. So in the hyena world, the females get a little bit bigger. They typically get a little stronger, hence they rule. But in the people world, it's a little bit different. Usually us males get a little bigger. Occasionally we get a little bit stronger. And unfortunately for us, usually we're a little dumber. So the females still rule usually. It might be a little bit subliminal, but it still happens. You'll figure it out in high school, kids, don't worry. Okay, well I'm going to save this for the mountain lions. I didn't realize that I didn't bring that much. But does anybody have any questions about our hyenas?
Why do they have spots?
Why do they have spots? That's so they can blend in the African safari.